Wednesday, July the 24th, 2013, and as you can see I'm down in sunny Haslemere, just about to undertake Book 1, Walk 22, a Haslemere circular. Last did this walk several years ago, redoing it once again on my mobile phone camera because the handycam's still in for attention. It's about 12 noon. I want to press on because I'm stood in an awkward position at the moment. So as I was saying, now in a quieter position in the nicely named Hedgehog Lane. This is an 8.5 mile walk, very short for me at this time of year, but it is a midweek walk, and I'm refilming it, so the original film was done on my old mobile phone, not HD quality, so I could do with improvement. Ideally would be best done on my handycam, but as I say, still in for repair at the moment, so I have to make do with what I've got. So after just about 5 minutes of walking, we reached this pleasant tree tunnel. Follow this for about 450 metres. And I think the last time I walked this walk was earlier in the year, possibly May, June time, because I remember lots of flowers down this path. Entering the National Trust's Marley Combe, which provides some pleasant respite from the midday sun. It's about 25 degrees today, quite humid though. Point 7 of the text, having reached the level section for 250 metres through this very pleasant mixed woodland, and it's just come to my attention, as you may be able to hear in the background, that Gatwick is not far away. Now all plans of expansion there have got to be kicked into touch. I heard bad news yesterday that West Sussex Council are now amenable to another runway at Gatwick, which is absolutely ridiculous. Having just opened up a national park on its doorstep, they can't be expanding the jet noise that is already there. You wouldn't have an airport near the Lake District or the Peak District or Exmoor or Dartmoor, so why have one next door to the South Downs National Park? No, kick that one into touch. The only place that is viable, in my humble opinion, is Stansted. It's hardly a national park up there, minimal damage to wildlife because it's mainly agricultural, arable land. It's the obvious place to stick it if expansion has to happen at all. Anyway, my humble opinion. Point 7 refers to this red top marker post and this prominent beech tree. That's our onward journey, leaving the main path here. The scenery associated with point 8 of the text, which has certainly changed since I did this walk 3.5, 4 years back. I think it was just been freshly cleared then. Underfoot, very good today. On a sort of green sand surface at the moment. Can be very different in winter though, clearly. Very quiet bird song wise, other than the chiff chaff in the background. Cuckoos will have left us now. Very still. Crossing over the Sussex border path and the Serpent Trail, and I noticed looking on the map the other day down at Chichester area that the Sussex border path is right down there on Hayling Island. Incredible. I'll keep zooming to a minimum today to conserve battery power, even though this is a short walk. Further views from point 8 of the text. Fantastic snake country this. I haven't seen one yet, but for sure they're in there. Let's hope there's no fires down here, as there has been up in Epping Forest recently. Guess we're in range of a pub now. This footpath marker says fancy a swift one. There's another notice there about some lost keys. Onward journey straight ahead over this lane. Someone's gone to great lengths to advertise these lost keys, which is good of them. Injured jockey's fun tab on them. Interesting. Lovely and cool in here. A very pleasant view from near the Marley Common National Trust sign, referred to in point 10 of the text. Continuing along the earthy track mentioned in point 12 of the text. Very pleasant walking thus far. Just walked past the house referred to in the text as the Old Orchard. Another very pleasant greenway here. Continuing to descend, point 14 of the text, now with a little dried up stream next to the path. Point 15 of the text, since the text was written, a 3-armed footpath marker has now been erected, and as you can see, you don't go down that way towards the metal field gate and stile. There's the power line above me. Our onward journey's downhill here into the darkness of the woodland. Point 18 of the text, having just come down these steps, some good conservation work going on here. Looks like they've been renewed recently. Then crossing what's left of the stream at the moment. Not much more than a dribble. Incredible really, bearing in mind all the rain we've had. So 1:30, 90 minutes later, we reached the recommended lunchtime pub, the Red Lion at Fernhurst. And from another angle, now I have the option of a picnic here on the village green, or in the church, which I haven't been in before, so I'll try and track it down. And here she blows. Mixture of old and new. St Margaret's C of E. No chairs though. The village war memorial. I think I might well sit in the storm porch to avoid the midday sun. So here we are in the open air storm porch, which will provide perfect respite. Bench here donated in 2005 by John Woodward, who loved the church apparently. This will do the job. So 1:45, lunch is served. Okay, 2:15, lunch has been had. Just past the Red Lion, which I recall has a very nice garden. Did have a cup of tea in there once. Now look at this. No water whatsoever coming out of this stream. Bone dry. There's not really much water coming out of this stream pipe either. Stagnant pool just there. And as you can see, not really that much water in there. Soaked up already. And there's the situation on the other side of the path. But it was a bit different a few months back, mind. Just goes to show, doesn't it, how us humans are using it all up. Point 28 of the text, following the path between these rhododendron bushes, which clearly have long since deflowered. Anyway, this part of the walk would normally be a quagmire. Not today though. Well, it's not quite bone dry. Pretty easy walking underfoot. Last time I did it though, it was a quagmire, so the reference in the text to that effect is dead right. Obviously it depends the time of year you do it. Just reached the first wet bit of the day, and just like the film, a river runs through it. There you go. But as the text says, it's possible to avoid walking in it by clambering up the sides. Having left the farmhouse known as Reeth behind me, about 200 metres behind me, now following another lovely greenway, sunken greenway, gently uphill. Sheep sheltering from the heat here, very wise. Pleasant enough views over there on my left, across the sheep's field. About to enter the National Trust's Black Down, where I was a few weeks ago and heard the cuckoo. I've decided to take the detour up to the Temple of Winds, seeing as it's such a lovely day, and I do recall the fantastic views from there the other week when it was a bit windier and greyer. So a shame I haven't got my handy cam today to capture the fantastic views, but we'll see what we can do. Views back down the path from whence I've just come. Took these the other week on the other walk I did up here. Fantastic, eh? So here we are at the Temple of Winds. Much better vista today. And the seat erected in memory of Mabel Elizabeth Hunter. So just moving away from the Temple of Winds, we're stood about 917 feet here, 280 metres, so not far short of Leith Hill, which is over there in the distance, right over there. Fantastic vista. As I say, shame I don't have my handy cam today, because last time I was here it was a bit grey, I think, a couple of weeks ago. This part of the walk is well worth the detour, by the way, especially on a day like today. Only adds about 1500 k to the distance, so it's going to make the walk about, what, 10 mile. Some more lovely views from Blackdown here. As you can see in the foreground, the heather's just starting to come out. Some lovely colours there, they weren't around a few weeks ago. Some more great shots from Blackdown. So although this section of the walk is all about the views on the left, it's not too bad on the right either. Mixed woodland, mainly pine and birch, heathland trees. Obviously no cuckoos this time of year, but amazing that I heard one up here a few weeks ago. Point 13 of the text, take a sharp left here along the Serpent Trail, which is the way I came in previously. Further great views up here. Temperature's dropped a bit now, all the wind's picked up and it's cooler, one or the other. Now descending along the Serpent Trail towards Valewood House. So the text refers to an overarching tunnel of rhododendrons. As observed a few weeks ago, National Trust have been busy cutting away the rhododendron, which is a good thing. So it's no longer there. Look how aggressive it is though. No sooner have the National Trust cut it back, and young shoots are popping through already. Amazing. Now about to enter the Trust's Valewood Park. The other side of this gate. About to branch off from the Serpent Trail here. Go sharply downhill to the left. Another week, another fox, just to the right of that gate by the first fence post. Can't get any closer because that's the only zoom I have on this camera. Anyway, he's not yet picked me up because the wind's blowing the wrong way. Not so sly. Approaching the property called Littlecote, referred to in the text, and walking through one of these lovely tree tunnels, albeit it's rhododendron overarching. So here we are, around about 5 o'clock, just missed the 17:02, back at Haslemere, and that was a very pleasant walk. Took me a bit longer than anticipated, but no rush. So, book 1, walk 22, completed once again, and highly recommended. No mud issues today, clearly. Could be in winter though, or after heavy rain. But it's only a shortish walk, I did about a 10 mile version today. Highly recommended.